Lovely morning to you. This is MBC and my name is Blessings Chileuka. We are broadcasting live from Hotel Victoria in Blantyre, where MBC is holding Entertainers of the Year 2024 press conference. Let me hand you over to the Master of Ceremonies, Angel Chima.
Hello and welcome to our first press conference for the Entertainers of the Year 2024 here at Victoria Hotels in Blantyre. Mr. George Kasagula, Director General of the Malawi Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Chisomo Mamadi, Entertainers of the Year 2024 Chairperson, Mr. Toko Chiguse, IT Manager, our representative from Graham Carr, and our esteemed members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to this special day where we are unveiling the first in 2024. Like last year, we said we'll be back. And as MBC, we walk the talk. And yes, indeed, we're here once again with Entertainers of the Year 2024. They say entertainment improves the quality of life. And as MBC, we are part and parcel of entertainment as we continue to entertain, educate, and inform you. And of course, we are here as MBC to help you make that decision, to make sure that you vote for those that entertain you throughout the year, especially in this year, 2024. So before I invite the chairperson of this year's Entertainers of the Year to address us, allow me to welcome our esteemed members of the press here present and other members that are here to quickly just introduce yourself, and then we proceed with the program.
Musicians Union of Malawi.
Good morning. My name is Robert Juamba. I'm the president for Poetry Association of Malawi.
Morning. My name is Max Roach Pinga, otherwise known as Max DC, president of National Theatre Association.
My name is Limbani Matola, coming from Malawi National Council of Sports. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Edgar Turumba from Malawi National Council of Sports.
Morning. My name is Promise Wadaya from Nation Publications Limited.
Good morning. I'm Grace Donga from Capital Radio. Thank you.
Morning. I'm Charles Chindongo from MBC.
Good morning. I'm Betha Achirwa from Mibawa TV.
This is Robert Loka from Mage FM.
Thank you very much. And at this point in time, Director General, allow me to call upon Mr. Chisomo Mamadi, who is the chairperson for this year's Entertainer of the Year, to address us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Angel, and indeed welcome all of you to this first press conference. The aim pretty much is to announce the return of Entertainers of the Year 2024. As the Master of Ceremony did indicate, we promise that we'll be back, bigger and better, and we are happy that we want to make grand announcements this morning. Apart from announcing the return of Entertainers of the Year 2024, we are also here to announce the commencement or the start of the nomination process of the Entertainers of the Year. I know one question would be, why have we taken so much time? As a committee, we sat down looking at the reviews that we got from key stakeholders last year. There were some areas that they wanted us to work on as a committee and as MBC to make sure that the awards did reflect what Malawians wanted. So we took our time to make sure that we do due diligence to the awards this year, and we engaged stakeholders in June to make sure that we aligned the categories, we aligned whatever issues were there last year, so that this year we give you something that is very, very different. I will be sharing with you after the Director General makes his official remarks. I'll be sharing with you the categories and the process, how we're going to go handle 2024 Entertainers of the Year. So at this point, allow me to invite the Director General just to give you the opening remarks, and then I'll come back to give you the categories and how we're going to proceed moving forward. Thank you. DG, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chair of Entertainers of the Year this year. But before I give my statement, let me recognize Mr. Tone Chitimatima from Music Association of Malawi, Mr. Robert Chwamba, Poetry Association of Malawi, Maxo Jipinga, National Theatre Association of Malawi, Mr. Limban Matola, and Mr. Edgar Mtulumba from the National Council of Sports. Of course, we do have our representative of the auditors. This year's Graham Carr, Mr. Antendere Kachama. And of course, the distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, thank you very much that you've joined us this morning. It is with great pride and excitement that I bring you good news of the return of one of the Malawi's most cherished annual events. That's the MBC Entertainers of the Year. The event has always been more than just a celebration. It is a powerful platform that honors the talents of Malawi, showcasing creativity which thrives in our nation. Following the success of last year's event, we at MBC have been hard at work, ensuring that this year's awards are even more inclusive, engaging, and reflective of the vibrant Malawi entertainment landscape. We understand that the public has been eagerly waiting news on this year's awards, and I want to thank all of you for your patience. The delay was due to our commitment to address all gray areas raised after last year's event, and to ensure that we engage in meaningful consultations with the stakeholders. Your input and feedback have been invaluable, and we have taken your concerns on board so that when we are designing this year's framework, there should be some changes and improvements, as we will demonstrate very shortly. One of the most exciting updates for 2024 is obviously the expansion of the award categories. This too was as a result of the feedback that we got from the public. So in response to that public demand, we have added new awards to our existing lineup. We couldn't incorporate every suggestion, but we are committed to a gradual process of expansion so that we ensure that each category is carefully designed to celebrate the best in Malawian talent. The approach will help us maintain the high standards and integrity that the MBC Entertainers of the Year is known for, as we continue to evolve with your needs. Furthermore, we are thrilled to announce the addition of the online voting platform. Last year it was just the SMS, as you might recall. There was a demand that probably people, Malawians in the diaspora, would also want to take part in voting. So this year we have an online platform for voting, of course, on top of last year's SMS platform that was also very, very popular. This move reflects our dedication to making the voting process accessible to a wider audience, including those that are abroad. We understand the importance of enabling everyone who cherishes the Malawian entertainment to cast their vote, no matter where they are in the world. So to all our supporters, both here and abroad, across the globe, your voices will always matter as far as MBC is concerned. We call upon each one of you to vote and support the entertainers who bring joy, pride, of course, even cultural richness to our lives. This moment should also serve as a call to our partners and potential sponsors as an event that elevates local talent and builds a legacy for Malawian entertainment. The MBC Entertainers of the Year is an exceptional opportunity for business and organization to show their support. By coming on board, you will not only be aligning yourselves with one of the most esteemed platforms in Malawian entertainment, but also you will be contributing to the development of our creative industries, to reward them. Let us together make this year's event unforgettable, to uplift the talented individual that inspires all day in, day out. Finally, I would like to acknowledge and thank the main organizing committee for this year, led by Mr. Isom Mamadi, for their relentless work in making this year's event a reality, and we acknowledge that there's more work to be done as we come down to December 14, when we will hold the ceremony in Ilongwe. Chisomo will shortly be sharing details of this year's categories, as well as providing insights into nomination and voting process. Please stay tuned, as these exciting updates will shape the path to the 2024 MBC Entertainers of the Year. In closing, I would like to thank each one of you for coming, and my media friends and partners for your support. The event belongs to every Malawian who believes in the power of our culture, our creativity, and our collective spirit. Let's make this year's MBC Entertainers of the Year an event to remember. And I thank you for your attention, and may the best entertainers shine brightly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DG, for the official welcome remarks and announcement of the return of Entertainers of the Year 2024. We now want to go to the substantive matters on the table, which is the categories themselves. Malawians have been waiting to see the improvements, the additions, and what changes have we brought to the Entertainers of the Year this year. So we consulted, like I said, we met all the key stakeholders. Some of them are here. The associations are here. We wanted to make sure that this year's event is more inclusive and engaging. One area that people raised concern last year was the categories themselves. Number one. Number two was the alignment of the categories. Other people were found in a different category that they shouldn't be in. And the stakeholders did scrutinize all the categories, made observations and additions to the categories, and we now want to present to you a consolidated list of categories for the 2024 Entertainers of the Year after the consultations with esteemed stakeholders that we have in our midst today. So let me start with the music category. Others were there last year. We have made 3 additions. We have got Secular Artist of the Year, male, Secular Artist of the Year, female, Gospel Artist of the Year, male, Gospel Artist of the Year, female, Secular Song of the Year, Gospel Song of the Year, Secular Band of the Year, Gospel Band of the Year, Upcoming Artist of the Year, across all the music issues. We have got the Music Producer of the Year as an addition, because we looked at the category last year. We also needed to honor those that are producing good music. The music that we are voting as the best, there are also producers behind it. So we have added the Music Producer of the Year. We have also added the Music Video Director of the Year. We have seen a lot of videos, good videos that are coming through on our televisions, and we also want to celebrate and honor those that are behind the music videos. Then we've got the Best Video of the Year. So we also want to honor the best music video that we've been watching throughout the year. So those are the additions in terms of the music category. Category 2 is drama. Last year we had Best Female Radio Actress. We maintain Best Male Radio Actor, Radio Drama Program of the Year, Best Female TV Actress, Best Male TV Actor, TV Drama Program of the Year, Best Female Stage Actress, Best Male Stage Actor, Stage Drama of the Year, Best Radio Drama Producer. We also want to honor those that are producing, because they are always on the background and they are not visible at all, but they play a critical role. So we have added the Best Radio Drama Producer. We also have Best TV Drama Producer, those behind what we enjoy as drama. And then we also have Best Stand-Up Comedians. This is an addition because we felt that there are others that don't do drama per se. It's in different areas, but there are also those that entertain us as stand-up comedians. So we thought that we also need to honor those after the consultations with the key stakeholders. We now move on to the third category, which is the film category. We have the Actor of the Year, we have the Actress of the Year, Best Malawian Film of the Year. We have added the word Best Malawian Film to what we had last year. We had Best Film of the Year, but now we want to emphasize that this one is a Malawian production. We also want to honor the producers of that particular film, as well as the directors of that particular film. These are people that are always in the background and are rarely recognized. Category 4, media personalities. Radio personality of the year male, radio personality of the year female, radio program of the year, TV personality of the year male, TV personality of the year female, and we have added TV program of the year because these also appear on particular programs. Why don't we also award the program itself? Then we've got best radio DJ of the year. We move on now to sports. Best local female footballer. This is an addition. If you remember last year we just had footballer, but now the dynamics have changed. We have also women players playing football. So we said best local female footballer, best local male footballer, best female football team, that's an addition, best male football team. Sports personality of the year across the sporting disciplines, best netballer of the year, best netball team of the year. We had so many suggestions in all the categories to add more, but like the DG said, we want the process to be gradual so that we can make improvements each passing year. Category 6 is poetry. Last year we had poet of the year male, poet of the year female, but we have added poem of the year. So you see that we have got 3 in that category. Then we have got social media. Changes have been made to the social media. Last year, we only had the influencer of the year on social media. But when we banged heads as a committee and with the stakeholders, we felt that the influencers fall into the category that we can say content creators. Because in whatever way you are influencing, whether it be in entertainment, music, film, on social media, in whatever, TikTok or what you're doing there is you are generating content. And we looked at several options. We would have broadened this category as much as we would have wanted. We would have gone to Facebook, someone from Facebook, someone from TikTok, Instagram, and all. But we said, can we just define the social media using one word and we do an award there? So we said, all these people, they are influencing, they are entertaining in their own way, but they are generating content. So we have changed that category to say the social media category. Now we're looking at content creator of the year, male and female. And then obviously the last one, we had the DG awards last year. We maintain, so the DG will choose in the entertainment area who has done well, male or female. Now these are the categories that with consultations with our stakeholders in June, main organizing committee sat down and looked at this and we said, this is what we can go with in the year 2024. I know a lot of people wanted us to add more categories, but like I said, and I want to emphasize, we want to improve year by year. So we are going to use these categories for this year and additions later on. As we speak now, the system is on. We are now announcing the commencement of the nominations in the categories that I've indicated here. So the nomination process for the records will start today, the 4th of November, and will run to the 15th of November. Then from the 18th of November to the 22nd of November, we are going with the help of our auditors, Graham Carr, and our stakeholders, plus the main organizing committee, sit down and evaluate the nominations. Last year, if you remember, we just relied on what the auditors gave us, and we went with it wholesale, without us evaluating and seeing if the right people have been nominated in the right categories. So to avoid that, we are going to give the auditors that job to make sure they consolidate the nominations as Malawians have expressed. They will give it to us and the stakeholders. So we are going to have all the stakeholders that are here to sit down and look at the nominations for 1 week to make sure that we do due diligence to the will of Malawians and make sure that the people that have been nominated are in the right categories. After that 1 week of scrutiny, we are going to come back here to announce now 3 nominees in each of the categories that I've indicated here. So on the 25th of November, we return to make sure that we announce the 3 nominees in each category as agreed by the stakeholders, by the auditors and us as the main organizing committee. After that press conference where we announced the nominees, we're going to go on now to open the voting process. So the voting process will start on the same day of the press conference, which is the 25th of November, and will run until the 14th of December at 1800 hours. So we're going to give the auditors an hour to consolidate all the results that Malawians are going to push through online and using the SMS platform. The event is taking place on the 14th of December at Bingu International Convention Center in Lilongwe. Allow me quickly to invite the ICT manager for MBC to give us the nomination and voting process. We have changed. We are not only doing SMS, just like it was last year. We have added the online platform. And I'm sure key stakeholders would want to know, the media would want to know, Malawians are eager to know how the system is working, how transparent is the system, so that we move together to make Entertainers of the Year 2024 a resounding success. Over to you, Mr. Chikuse, to give us a breakdown of the process.
Thank you, Chair. So my job this morning is just to take you through the steps which one needs to take to do the nomination in the system, and that will almost be the same as we start the voting on 25th November. So the system has got two modules. The first module is the SMS-based module, which uses a protocol called USSD. This is the service which we normally use to buy airtime. To access it, normally you use a short code. So our short code, which Makra gave us, is 364. So when you dial star 364 hash on your phone, on any phone, smartphone or an ordinary phone, you'll be able to access the system and follow the online instructions up to the end. The nominations have been set up in Chichewa as well as in English, just to make sure that we are able to service everyone. Other than the USSD-based voting module, we also have, as Chair said, because of public demand, we introduced the online module, which can be accessed on any smart device, be it a smartphone, a computer which is connected, and any other device from wherever in the world, just to make sure that those that cannot use USSD, which is locally running in Malawi, can access it from all over the world. The address of the online module is EOY, standing for Entertainers of the Year. So EOY.mbc.mw. Once you put that address on any browser, a page is going to open up, and then you are going to undergo a small registration process, just to make sure that we capture your number and the small other details. Then you, from there, are going to proceed to do the nominations as well as voting later on. Other than that, also, the two modules, for someone to complete the nomination, they will need to have at least some 50 kwacha in their phone. Other than that, the system is going to throw an error telling you that you need to recharge your phone to complete the nomination process. I think I can leave it there. Other than that, the system is accessible by our auditors for transparency's sake. They're the ones that are monitoring what is happening in the system. And all the reports, including the winners, will be coming from the reports that they are going to pull from the system. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you very much, our ICT manager, Mr. Togo, for just giving us an idea in terms of the nomination and the voting process. Like we indicated, our stakeholders did give us some insight in terms of how we can improve the system. That's why you see that we're engaging them at different levels of the competition, just to make sure that we align to whatever we agreed in the month of June. So you would see that they are here today, and they will be here on the 25th. We'll be with them for 1 week just to scrutinize and make sure that the auditors give us consolidated results and the stakeholders also have their input. Counting down to the 14th of December at BICC, we're going to have a 2-hour event. Concerns were raised last year that it was long, despite the fact that we have added more categories and more awards this year. We want to make sure that the event is indeed 2 hours. We want to make sure that we don't prolong it like it was last year, 3 hours or so. So we're going to make sure that it's 2 hours. We are going to have wonderful performances. We are mixing the old and the new, just like we did last year, to make sure that we cater for everyone attending that event. So let's also look forward to that black tie event on the 14th of December. But key for now is the categories. The people can now start the nomination process from today until the 15th of November. Thank you. Let me hand over to the Master of Ceremony, and I and the DG can take questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, Mr. Mamadi. It's now time for your questions and comments. So I'll quickly ask you to put your hand up, or if you have the microphone nearby, you introduce yourself and the media house you're representing, and you raise the question to the DG, Chisomo, or the IT manager. Thank you very much. It's now your time, members of the press, to take over.
Okay, my name is Christopher Sandy. I work for Zodiac. I just wanted to find out, I think the Director General made a mention of the gray areas that you observed or recognized last time that you held this event. I just want to find out what were those gray areas that you mentioned. I think you didn't clearly explain them. Secondly, I also wanted to find out how much are you going to use this year, and are these resources coming from government or just MBC, or you also got other partners that are supporting you? Thirdly, I think I just want to have a feeling from you to say, do you think this event is really producing that huge impact to promote the talent that Malawians are showcasing in the country? Thank you so much.
DG, you may wish to respond.
Thank you. The gray areas were mentioned. I think it was the categories. I think that was the biggest, where people were in wrong categories. And the reason that happened is because we kind of said, let the people decide, not the MBC or George Kasagula or whoever, or the committee. So whatever was sent to us through the auditors by the public was what exactly we took. Whether it was the nominations, there was no scrutiny. This year we are saying we are going to scrutinize, not just as MPC, but the committee, auditors, and the stakeholders, because they are the ones that know these things. I mean, if it's music, we have people from music here. If we have drama, they will say this one, we don't know this one. So that's what. So this year we're having a hybrid of the system. Last year it was just hands off. Nobody, even me, I didn't know until I also knew the winners right there in the hall in Ilong. Pretty much everybody at MBC. But this year, as transparent, actually we're just trying to be transparent. We were saying we shouldn't change anything. If the public has said this, let's just go with it. So it was the categories, the system, and of course, probably we didn't consult enough last year. This year we have consulted more because we won't try to do the right thing. It's not like we are saying when we do this, then the people are not going to speak. No, people are going to speak after we do it. This is a public event, and we expect people to speak. The owners are Malawians, and we love when they speak. Again, we loved it. We even said, Kizomo, why don't you open a line? And he did, where we had the feedback, processed it, and he ensured that when we are designing the new one, we should be able to take that into consideration. Figures, it's an expensive event to organize, obviously. We've got to book, we've got to reward the people. It's not government money, the event pays for itself. Government, yes, gives money to MBC, but that money cannot be used for internals of the year. So nothing got umbrella from government. We go to the market. From now on, the commercial department will run and go to our sponsors so that they give us the prize, even the money to run the event, pay for the whole. So don't worry about the taxpayers' money. No single penny from the taxpayers. Okay, Mr. Zodiac. I think I've answered, unless.
How much are you
Oh,
spending?
the figure, the budget. The budget is not yet out. We're still working on it. Probably in the next press conferences, we should be able to come up with the budget, definitely. But I don't have the figure right now. We're still working on it. But it's not like we're hiding anything. We'll give it to you next press conference, probably. The chairperson here was just whispering to me that he's going to give me the budget today for me to scrutinize it. So I don't have it yet. Yeah.
Thank you. I think the last one was on the impact of the entertainers of the year. I'll give you two examples. Last year we honored Nanyoni. Nanyoni has been around for a long time. If you've followed drama, you agree with me that Nanyoni has been a phenomenon for a long, long time. And this person has never been recognized ever before. You could actually see the emotions on that particular day when she got those awards. She was like, this is the day I have been waiting for a long time. She's been around for close to 20 years or so. Now, that's the impact. When you look at Nanyoni today, go to a house, you see all those trophies there, and she says, this is the sweat that I've waited for a long time. So the impact is there. Another example could be Pop Young. Pop Young, you look at guys like Temwa, that were honored, they are thriving, they are doing very well, producing music built on the platform of what happened last year. So the impact is there. That's why we sat down and said we are going to return with Entertainers of the Year, because the impact has been felt. So these are just few examples of people that I can mention. But after the event last year, we got so much feedback. People came from all corners of Malawi to say, this is something that we've been waiting for. And so that's why we are here as MBC to say we're going to do it again, because we have seen the impact thereof. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, we have two hands. We'll start with the lady, and then we come back to you, sir. Quickly introduce yourself and the media house you're representing. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Grace Donga. I'm coming from Capital Radio. My question is on the IT section, where you've announced the introduction of online platform for both nomination and voting. How secure is the system? Because we're living in an era where some people are taking advantage of such platform. How secure is this system? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the system is very secure. It's running in the cloud on Amazon platform, and access to the system from technical point of view has got a two-form authentication form. So you don't just access it using a password, the normal password. You use a password, as well as a code which is sent to your phone, just to make sure that it is indeed you accessing it. So it's quite secure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question, please.
Yeah, my name is Maxwell Chipinga, President of National Theatre Association. I just want to know, last year the event took place in Lilongwe, and this year also is taking place in Lilongwe. Is it by design? Is it that every year is going to be happening in Lilongwe, or is it going to be rotating? Like this year, Lilongwe, then Blantyre, even in Zuzu, another year. I thought it could be better that way, unless if there's a better reason why it should always be happening in Lilongwe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that question. Lilongwe, BICC is the most glamorous, place in Malawi. I think at the moment, I don't think there is another one. Not that I'm trying to underestimate, but this is a glamorous event, so it has standards, and we think BICC matches the standards that we want. Secondly, I think Lilongwe is central, so people from Zuzu, people from Blantyre, Lilongwe itself, we have nominees from Zuzu, we have nominees from Blantyre, southern region, northern region, Lilongwe center. So probably in terms of expenses, we can argue for the fact that probably Lilongwe would be cost effective. However, that is noted. When we are designing future events, we'll think about that. The committee will deliberate on that and see whether we can bring it to Blantyre. But I think basically BICC is the place, and in terms of the year, it's a red tie event. It's glamorous. We want to reward the celebrities. So you don't take celebrities anywhere. You take them to the best of the best. So at the moment, we think BICC is the best. I think that's the main reason. Thank you.
Thank you. We have two more hands.
My name is Robert Juamba from the Poetry Association of Malawi. I wanted to know from the IT manager, how many times can people vote? I think that how many times can people vote?
Okay, so we designed the system to make sure that only one vote counts, to avoid duplications. So you vote for a single entertainer from one phone number. Yeah. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Tony from the General Secretary of Union of Malawi. Mine is just a comment. I would like to commend MBC for involving us at every stage that you are taking in, and we really appreciate as well for announcing that the future programs, you still engage us to make sure that the process is indeed transparent enough and accountability. I would like to say thank you so much for considering our earlier and the proposals. For example, the introduction of the category of best producer and the best video producer. These are remarkable outcomes after we had it last year. This is good. We also discussed last time that going forward, we'll make sure that we connect the associations and the artists. Yeah, so as we are going next year, we hope that it's going to be materialized. Otherwise, thank you so much for this meeting and the anticipated future meetings. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take one more question and then we wind up. Mr. Matola.
Thank you, DJ, and the chair of the Entertainers of the Year function. From Malawi National Council of Sports, representing the sporting fraternity, would want to, first of all, thank you for sustaining the legacy of the Entertainers of the Year. It's not easy, as it might look out there. Secondly, we want also to thank you for involving us, particularly in the area of sports. We've taken note of the improvement that we have done, particularly addition of women football in the categories. We thank you because you consulted us, we voiced it out, and you have considered that. So we would want to assure the sporting community out there that their wish has been granted, and we encourage them to participate. The only probably area that needs probably consideration in the future events is just the timing. This is November, the event is December. Probably it will put much pressure on you, but we depend on your capabilities. I mean, MBC has the capabilities to handle this, but to reduce your stresses and the pressures, probably next year you might wish to consider giving it more time. But otherwise, thank you so much. Just to take an opportunity to encourage the sporting world and all Malawians to participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for those questions and comments. As we conclude, probably I'd like to hand over to the chair and perhaps DG to give us the final remarks.
Final remarks, yeah. Okay. No, final remarks is just to thank you, and now that the lines have been opened, just to encourage Malawians to vote. The awards belong to Malawians. So I also ask you, colleagues in the media, to help us popularize the awards so that the Malawians should vote. As I said in my remarks, this is a public thing, so obviously we expect the public to be active. Even afterwards, we expect feedback from the public. The idea is to keep on improving it. Mr. Madola was talking about the timing. Yes, true, because we really wanted to scrutinize everything and ensure that when we come out like this, we have something that has an input of the public. But don't worry, we will do it. I think there's time, enough time. Again, let me repeat my appeal to the corporate world that this is the platform where they can also, make their presence. It's very big, it's glamorous. We're trying to celebrate our culture of the year, and I think just that bringing it back was a positive step. Now, where we're going is to perfect it, and I think it's the duty of everyone to make sure that we have a perfect product. So I want to thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair.
Well, thank you very much, DG. From the main organizing committee, and speaking on behalf of the stakeholders, who we have been in touch since June, thank you so much for coming through. We invited them for ownership, because this process we've been with them since June to make sure that we perfect it, and then we want to present it over to you. And again, I want to sincerely thank you for the input. This is a work that we did together. The hybrid system that we're talking about today, it came from you. How we need at every stage to consult, how we need to engage, came from you. And so we also want to appreciate you. Members of the media, thank you so much. This was your event because we wanted to announce the resumption and then, of course, the commencement of the nomination process. So the journey begins now, the 4th of November to the 15th. Malawians, let's do the nominations. And then from the 25th of November, let's now do the voting leading up to the 14th of December. Otherwise, thank you very much and wish you a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. And thank you once again, Director General, Mr. George Kasakula, our Chairperson for this year's EOI, Mr. Jisomo Mamadi, our IT Manager, Toko Chikuse, our representative from Gramcar, our stakeholders, members of the press, and all of you for being there. The journey has just begun. The nomination lines are open. Now it's up to you to choose your best. So let's embark on this journey together as we vote for our entertainers and award the best of the best in our land. Thank you very much for being there, and enjoy the rest of our programs as we continue to inspire the nation. We'll be back on the 25th of November to announce the nominees. Thank you.
Closing remarks there by the MC, Angel Chima, also concluding our live coverage of this event from Victoria Hotel in Blantyre, where MBC was holding Entertainers of the Year 2024 press conference. I am Blessings Chideuka, handing you over to our broadcasting houses in Blantyre. Bye-bye.